Welcome back to the Gaelya YouTube channel. Today we will dive into the existence of the root of death and bear witness to its children, demons. In this video specifically, I will go a bit over the general lore of demons in the world and then a bit more into one of the three specific kinds of demons that exist. I also have something very special for today's video. I will have one of the demons that will be described in this video illustrated and available for download. In the description below there's a link to a drive where you can not only download a high-res version of the demon, but also a stat sheet and a token so you can use it for your own D&D campaign. All for free. Yep, no extra terms or conditions, just free content for my viewers. I also have another special announcement at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that as well. But now, let's get into the dark secrets and cruel nature of demons. Demons were banished during the War of Creation, hoped to be never seen again. But the root of death, which was first discovered after the third collision, re-emerged. Its significance and its purpose are still unknown. But deep beneath the unholy Blacklands is where it was first discovered. It was believed that this was the birthplace of demonkind, but that could not be further from the truth. The root of death existed long before the first gods came to be, as did the demons. They got merely awoken after the third collision. And much how the root of death re-emerged after it got banished to the abyss after the War of Creation by the gods, it re-emerged after the divine severance once again. As such, scholars of the High Vatican speculated that the cause for the divine severance was due to the re-emergence of the root of death. They believed that the gods wanted to test humanity's faith, and that the root of death was a challenge given to them by the gods in order for humanity to prove their faith and loyalty, a means to purge the unholy, a necessary blight to end all non-believers. Propaganda spread by the Holy See's fanaticism and greed for power. A little evidence could be found to prove their theories, and it is still unknown what the reason was behind the gods' sudden and mysterious disappearance. On the other side, we have the chanters of the Blackland Choir, who saw the re-emergence of the root of death as the heralding of a new time, to beckon the true greater power of the world, believing that the gods feared the demons and escaped, leaving humanity behind. If the gods feared such a power, it must be worthy of their worship, and with that, they had an excuse to worship a power that couldn't possibly be understood by sane minds. And as we know, the chanters of the Blacklands are anything but sane. The significance of demons lies within their simplicity. They consume, devour, destroy and corrupt, running rampant through the world and laying waste to anywhere they spawn. There's no purpose for their destruction and there's no reason for their malice. For though they are the children of something greater, there are no creatures, no living beings. Their flesh is made out of the very blight that reeks of death, and all they yearn for is to be unborn. They are children, infants that wish to return back to their mother's womb. They are apostles that wish to return all back to the womb. They bring onto us our unbirth. One might identify this as an almost cosmic purpose, and that is what the singers of the Black Song believed. As stated before, demons are no creatures and they possess no mind of their own. They cannot be controlled or willed to do anything. Much like how a fire burns, and though it might be true that fire can burn hotter or bigger in places with more fuel, or with a guiding wind, it does not do so conscious or willingly. The fire burns where it can, and if it can burn stronger, it will. It gets moved by the influence around it and not by itself. It simply reacts. Demons are the same. They are akin to fire. They burn stronger the more life exists. It is their fuel which they wish to consume, which they need to consume. Not because they want to, but because they must. And much how a fire consumes and burns everything it touches, turning it all to ash, which inadvertently results in the fire's unmaking, so do the demons consume and blight all they touch, to also inadvertently cause their own undoing, their own unbirth, so that there might be no life, so that there might be no death, and all that remains is the lifeless and deathless blight that gets left behind. But the force that governs demons is far grander than that of fire, for it is a fundamental rule to the world, much like gravity is. If matter exists, gravity will have it be pulled together. If life exists, demons will have death be brought onto it. It is the law of the world that states, for life to exist, it must kill. For life to exist, it must be killed. And for none to exist, there must be peace. An adage spoken by the Darkland pagans who believed that demons exist to re-establish the peace that once reigned before the existence of life. That the very force of entropy might be the mother of all demons. That the darkness and emptiness of the void is the very womb they wish to return themselves and everything else back to. So what do these children of chaos actually look like? And what can they do? Well, for one, they have no uniform appearance, for there is no uniformity in chaos. However, there are 3 different types of standard demons that are most commonly seen in the world. In this video, we will look more closely into one of these types, the most common one, the corporeal host demon. Corporeal host demons are demons who are made out of corrupted organic and inorganic material. Corruption can occur in several ways. The most common one is through interaction with another demon. They are referred to as corporeal host demons because the material and essence of the demon is part of the corporeal form which it corrupts. The essence of the demon has not taken a shape of itself, it can only exist within the corporeal body it has infected. The gravity of the blight, its natural purpose, as far as scholars understand it, moves the now infected corporeal body to do that which a demon does: consume, devour, and corrupt. Its shape morphs and changes into one which will allow it to do so most efficiently, often resulting in gruesome, misshapen bodies of whatever form it once corrupted. Multiple appendages growing out of odd places, horns and spikes piercing the own flesh, and most often a large maw that allows for devouring. There is no proper logic to the growth and morphological shapes that demons tend to evolve into. The scholars of the High Vatican call these morphological traits a mockery to life, as if the creator of these things is blatantly trying to make fun of the life it kills by twisting them. But there is no sense in rationalizing something as irrational as demons, for there is no reason. The shape of fire is formed by its environment. In that sense, the form of demons is shaped in the same way, but through which force this is applied by is still yet to be discovered. Only one consistent factor follows suit across all of demonkind. The amount of horns a demon has dictates its maturity. The more horns it has, the more powerful it is. Its size in comparison can also be a good indicator for its strength. However, the bigger demon is not always the most dangerous. In addition, it is at times difficult to determine what a horn is, as the many spiked growths can sometimes mislead an observer. The birth of a demon, or much rather, the initial creation of demonic blight, is still very much a mystery. Other than the obvious creation through exposure to another demon which already carries the blight, most of the demons that appear or come into existence do so in areas with no prior exposure to blight, as if a fluctuating force exists that taps the world with its blight. Randomly and unpredictably, the ever-growing corruption seems to be unyielding. This phenomenon is referred to as the demon flux. A corpse yet untouched by demonic blight can be by some force corrupted, resulting in its evolution into a demon. Though the birth through demonic flux is unknown, the life of a demon is pretty clear. It exists to bring death to all, to grow and to destroy, to consume and to consume more. Corporeal host demons usually aren't fully corrupted demons. Much of the matter that has been corrupted and consumed by the demon is still on the stage of turning into pure demonic blight material. This is often due to the fact that the demon consumes material faster than what its blight can transform into pure demonic material. Much how a wildfire can engulf an entire forest in flames before it has actually burned everything within its flames to ash. But with time, the demon will corrupt so much that its influence and power rapidly grows. Similar to how the density of gravity becomes increasingly stronger the more mass it gains. For this reason, demons become exponentially more dangerous the longer they exist, and for that reason, they must be killed as fast as possible. For if they are left to evolve and consume for too long, the accumulation of enough blighted material will cause the demon to reach a point of critical mass, and if it does so, the demon will evolve into a manifest demon, a demon made out of pure demonic blight. For this reason, it has become a necessity to seek out any demon and to get rid of them as fast as possible. Entire Crusader legions have been formed for this purpose alone, a holy march to end the world of the blight before it ends them. But each encounter with a demon is more often than not deadly. When encountering a demon, it is recommended to run, to get as far away as possible if one wishes not to fight it. The reason why is because the very contact with a demon, or if it's power enough, the proximity alone to it can cause the corruption of one's own body. Demons of all kinds exude their influence through either their touch, bodily excrements, or through their aura. Much like the heat radiating from a fire, demons radiate the blight onto the world. So keeping distance from the aura is to be heeded at all costs if one does not want to get caught by the corrupting influence and turn into a demon themselves. The reward for killing a demon is a pool of blight which its body turns into, a sickening compound of demonic blight material which the demon has created, that then continues to slowly spread the blight even after the demon has disappeared. And like the embers of a fire waiting to be ignited again, the residue of blight may still yet turn anything it touches back into a demon again. And if one does not get rid of it fast, that is exactly what will happen. But getting rid of the blight is in itself a very difficult thing to do. Only flames with immense heat can burn the blight away. Anything else will be absorbed and taken in by the blight, causing it to grow even further. Only the incineration of what is corrupted can be freed from blight. Burn it so that not even ash is left behind. A cruel joke that one must do exactly as the blight wants in order to get rid of it. The cruelty comes further into play because anything that has become fully corrupted cannot be saved. Not even the most powerful of magics can revert the process of demumification if it has finished its cycle. Thank you for watching, and if you are intrigued by my concepts of demons and would like to see more of them, consider subscribing, as more content is soon to come. And as mentioned in the beginning, I have attached a link to a drive in the description below to one of my corporeal host demons, with high-res artwork, a token and a stat sheet free to download, so you can use it for your own D&D campaigns. But if you want even more content like this and simultaneously support the channel, I also have a Patreon, where I will from now on release a new creature, magic item, or sometimes even a dungeon every single week. So maybe consider joining. You will also be able to get many of the maps and other high-res artworks which I have already created. And look out for the next video, where we'll go over the second type of demon that exists, the Tether Demon. What if the demonic force is strong enough to a point where it doesn't even require a corporeal body to sustain itself? Find out next video. And please let me know in the comments below if you have demons in your own world, and maybe even write some of the lore you have created for them. What makes these beings so terrifying in your world, and what is their significance? I am eager to read what ideas you have come up with.